All right. So, welcome to the stream. Today we welcome back everyone. Welcome back to Reaktor Sound Lab Live with Daniel or Danny Xander, your guide to modular sound design. And tonight we're diving into one of hip hop's legends, Metro Boomin, and he's known for his massive 808s and cinematic vibes. Metro's vibe really shaped modern hip hop, and I thought it'd be fun to see how we can recreate some of his signature sounds using Reaktor. If you're tuning in live, say hi in the chat and let me know your favorite Metro Boomin track. And we'll focus on crafting his iconic 808 bass line and layering it with atmospheric pads for that, I guess, symphonic hip hop feel. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. And first, we're going to start off with building a little atmospheric pad. Then we'll work on a loop and then see how that works together. So, I'm going to start off with getting a couple instances of Reaktor. So, I'm going to go in and grab Reaktor. Gonna need a few instances of this in our session just so that we can work with it. I think that's enough. And then I'm gonna open up the first one, pull in Reaktor, and now we can start. So we're gonna pull in our oscillator. And so this is our perfect starting point for our sub bass. We're going to start off with this and we're going to add a pitch envelope. So that we can control it. So let's add that envelope there. Let's add a util note in. And an amp. So it's going to be our starting point. Oh, it's going to be our starting point here. And we'll build out from here. So we got our bass. So we'll start from here. Let's see what we got. Let's move our note in. And okay, so I'm gonna get this to make some sound. Import instrument. So let me just check what we got so far. Just make sure that everything is working. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this sound, and now let's add a pitch envelope. We have an ADSR envelope, and now we're gonna add in the rest of the stuff we need. Let's continue with this. So we got our initial oscillator, and now we need to spice it up and make it bigger. So I'm going to turn this into a sub sound. Okay. And then got that sub to adjust the decay. Add a little saturation for some flavor. So we'll go into Reaktor effects, and we'll add that. See if we can add that on the end. Oh, actually, it's better we keep this one. Oh, remind me later. Okay. So we're going to add a driver. So I'm going to go to this one, main one, and add a driver. Just for some saturation on the bass. Okay, so we got our bass. So let's work on the next thing. Sounding pretty good. Let's add some reverb. Or not reverb, but maybe some delay. Okay, so next thing we'll add in, let's add some pads in. Let's play in a bass line first. Just gonna create a new patch section. And we're going to add half a bar. Use our bass sound to create a bass line. Let's do quarter notes. Add in a drum beat, but let me grab a kit. Before I do that, let's make the atmospheric sound. So we're going to design some kind of pad now. Let's add some cinematic vibe with an atmospheric sound. And this is one of Metro's secret weapons for making beats feel larger than life. We're gonna add a triangle wave oscillator, and we're gonna modulate it. So let's grab an oscillator. From the bento box collection, we're gonna change it to a triangle. Something like that. And then we'll add a note util. I'm just gonna duplicate what we had before, just to speed things up a little bit. Okay. Gonna bring that in here into the next occurrence of Reaktor. Just gonna color a different one. A different color. Okay. And then gonna build. So we'll bring that in there. Actually, never mind. We're just gonna have to put them in. Just because we're not in the standalone version, we're in the inbuilt. So that's okay. We'll add an oscillator. We'll add a note in. Amp. Filter. And to get some smooth tones. So let's put that on a triangle wave. Let's do a note in. Out to our amp. Okay. And then we will probably see if we can organize the panel a little bit. And let's play with it, see what it looks like or sounds like. So let's get some kind of bass sound going. I mean, some kind of pad sound. So we add a low pass filter to this, or LFO, and we'll do it on the modulation source. We're gonna modulate this, and let's modulate on the filter cutoff, not the actual oscillator. So we could do both. We could. So let's just modulate on this first. Let's just add an envelope so we have some control. Oops. Let's get some control over this. And then we can turn up the depth. So we're going to add some reverb to the sound, get it sounding nice and lush. And we might have to make a part 2 on this series because the building's taking up a little bit more time than we thought it would initially take up. Gonna add in a reverb. So let's add in that reverb. Okay. And then let's take our LFO, turn it up. Yeah, we can record that in. Okay. This will be our second part. Gonna draw them in a quick way. Okay, so we got a little loop there. Let's add our bass now back. Let's redraw that. Loop it up. Check our key, and then we will actually continue. So we're in A sharp minor, so we'll continue. We'll set this scale. So we've gotten the first two parts. So let's do the kick. Let's do a quick kick loop, and we'll call it a day for now. And then we'll continue on a part 2. So I'm gonna build out the kick really quickly. last object we're gonna add is some hi-hats or some snares and percussion, one more percussion element, and that'll be it for now. Record this to another audio track, and then it should be good. Track okay, so let's test it out. there we have it. Basic track. We're gonna work on this, and there will be a part 2. Thanks so much for hanging in there and me with this Reaktor Sound Lab live and recreating Metro Boomin style. It was a blast. Don't forget to like and subscribe, to share the stream with other producers, and if you want to dive deeper into sound design, check out my masterclass in the link in the description. And see you next time, and we'll tackle iconic sound together. Stay creative and keep making music.